no winner, only widows, orphans, and a landscape of destruction. Ladies and gentlemen, from the ashes of Pulwama to the shadows of Pahalgam, we are being told of a zero tolerance policy. But apart from that, there are questions that have been buried under the weight of nationalism. I would like to ask one question that do you all know what happened during the Pulwama attack? Let me tell you. Remember the 2019 Feb Pulwama attack? A convoy of 25,000 soldiers was moving in 78 vehicles. Do you know the backstory of it? They had asked for 5 aircrafts to ferry them safe, but the Home Ministry denied. Why? Was the cost of a few planes more than the lives of 40 Jawans? We are being told of zero tolerance, but where was the zero negligence then? The roads weren't sanitized. Along with that, you all know a car laden with 300 kg of explosives doesn't just appear from thin air. It was the government's carelessness, but it was all ignored at that time and it is still being ignored. War was being asked by civilians, or everyone was asking for wars. But my friends, war is never an option. As Vikram Oberoi stated in 2019, that army is not an impersonal machine that you can switch on whenever you want to destroy something. They are people, they are families. If the government fails such a basic task of logistics and intelligence, then it is not just a lapse, my friends, it is betrayal. However, shifting to the zero tolerance policy, it has showed many positive effects too. Like from the Balakot strike to the Operation Sindoor and the abrogation of Article 370, India has finally stopped playing the victim card. From the shift to Riyasi 2024 and the Operation Sindoor, India has shown that it will not step back if you hurt the sentiments of the national. Talking about the reality of zero tolerance, it is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it has dismantled terror, but on the other hand, we have to make sure that it does not become the mask for accountability and free governance. If the government shows carelessness, then we must also speak about it. Because in the Pulwama, the soldiers asked for aircrafts, but they were denied. Now, in the end, I would like to say that India belongs to its people, not to a policy. And we Indians seek peace where no more widows are made and no more orphans are left to ask that why was the route of the convoy not sanitized?